Oh, we're back for the second half. Has anything happened in the last 2 hours that I should know about on the news? I have no idea.
Senate,
I literally didn't
just,
have a chance to check. Who knows? Everything could be on fire.
Senate just voted to confirm Arizona's electoral vote.
Arizona. They're at Arizona.
Yeah.
They left on Arizona literally 10 hours ago. Holy shit, guys.
I mean,
the 2 hours of debate just passed, and they just finished voting.
Oh god, they're gonna be going until 7 a.m. then.
well, like
five more states.
Georgia finally confirmed flipped, and outside of the recount.
Yeah, we knew that last night at around 2 a.m. though.
Okay.
I was just saying that my gardener just put up his price for the first time in 13 years, and now I'm looking at different options.
Well, give him a break. He's following inflation, man, during COVID. Jesus. Grimdarkjames, have you no heart?
That's all good. He's good.
Gardeners aren't like insurance companies, right? You don't just like shop around whenever you want. What do the rest of you do when Wolfgang finishes? And you know, it doesn't have to be anything, but do you do anything for the rest of the day before tomorrow and going in to get debriefed with?
I feel like under the circumstances we should probably just lay low until we go in to get debriefed.
I agree.
Yeah,
I do housework in my new house.
That's exciting.
Yep.
I love the idea of Marcus Bishop just slowly just whoosh, whoosh, painting.
No. It's I dust the Venetians. You know how annoying it is when you get dusty Venetians?
Yes. I get somebody else to dust the Venetians, so I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah, well, Marcus isn't made of money like you, so...
Yeah, of course. Don't talk to me about that. You're the one that has a gardener. Jesus. I had to do my own gardening around here. Glimo, you got anything going on with Pascal?
No, he's just gonna, hang out and eat some kibble with Napalm and share our kibble.
I feel like when you enter your apartment area, you pass somebody else along the way in, and they make no attempt for eye contact and just get their stuff from their mailbox and enter the facility and try to go to their room.
Similarly, make no attempt at eye contact. And
okay.
Except it's Penny.
You do notice that there are security cameras up in the hallways now.
Those are new since the last time I was home?
Yep.
This morning?
Yes.
Interesting.
They watch the exterior door and the emergency exit.
I'm just taking a note of that, but otherwise I just go to
Take your landlord to court. This wasn't in our agreement. I'm taking you to cyber court. Okay.
Small claim cyber court, excuse me.
Small claim cyber court. You get Judge Judy. It's still the Judge Judy that we all know and love, but she's super cybered up now.
I saw a video of Judge Judy the other day, and she had long blonde hair. It blew my mind. I was like, "This can't be the same Judge Judy."
I mean, isn't she only just retiring now?
Yes, but in the 2020 world, she'll be alive forever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so
in 2020, she's got her own podcast called The Blockchain, where she takes viewer calls about crime, small claims.
Jesus Christ.
I actually saw an interesting thing yesterday. It was a year-by-year analysis from 1900 for which year you were born, whether you're male or female, the likelihood that you will reach 100 years old. And I'm surprised, like kids being born now, the likelihood is like almost 30% they'll reach 100 years old.
Cool. What about me?
Is that higher than that?
So for me, at like born in 1979, I was like 16%. For a male in 1979, but you go back to like 1912 and it was like 0.1% for males. So
because of all that red meat.
Yeah, I don't think it was the
Wait,
red
I'm
meat.
the oldest one on the show?
I think it was. I think it might have been all the opium and heroin and mercury.
I don't know about that. Mercury's
rampant
good for you,
industrialization and
lead, asbestos. Every generation's got their killer.
Ours is heart disease and suicide
and fascism.
So Pascal, in the lobby of the vestibule contracting, you run into the young woman, your server again.
My waitress friend.
Yes, your waitress friend. Because now that you said you're keeping an eye out for her, you notice her waiting for an elevator. She's being swamped, you know, like she's calmly waiting for an elevator. She's pressed the button. People push past her and fill the elevator so that she can't get on. And it happens to her twice while you're waiting for your executive pass elevator to arrive.
Is
Pascal
she Bridget
has
Jones?
a great moment of Schadenfreude. And
Such a dick. She said one thing to you one time, and now you're like, I hate her.
it was that she loves my brother's company. Of course, I hate her. I had to go back and rewatch the VOD because I had completely
You couldn't remember who she was.
What's just become like the rom-com like segment, basically?
Listen, I would fucking love that. It's like an episode of Friends. Okay, like you leave her there while the four of you head up. The doorman, the regular doorman is not available this time, but his replacement offers you sliced baguettes with cream cheese and are they called canapé or canapes? Canapés. That's what I thought that was correct. And a bottle of water. Gentlemen?
Pascal eats more than his share.
There's plenty to go around.
I will partake. It's been a long night for Wolfgang.
Long night of buying drugs and killing a man.
Oh no, dealing with a man that he killed previously.
Oh, of course. My apologies. I got ahead of myself. Several minutes later, you pass your new secretary, Alphonse Gore, who is waiting in his wheelchair for you and just nods to you as you all enter. He seems to be excited by your mission success. You enter Dante's office with the green light, and Dante is saying, that's unacceptable. What I'm telling you is that that's not how we do things here. That's not the Dante Fiero way. I do not abuse edge runners like the other corporations. I treat them like trusted members of the family until they screw me, and then I cut ties with them. Other mega corporations mistreat their employees at a rate that is humanitarily unacceptable, and only I am different. Only I do things the right way. Now make sure your paper includes that, or there's going to be some very serious repercussions for little Jody tomorrow. Do you understand? Yes, I am threatening you. And then he puts the phone down on the table and says, gentlemen, I'm sorry you had to hear that. I got very emotional.
Happens to the best of us.
Wolfgang, you're looking, alive.
Thank you.
So he does the thing where he leans back, so he's sitting on his desk, not at his desk, like at a chair, but he's like sitting with his butt on his desk and his hands on the desk's edge, and says,
the power move.
Yeah, fill me in on what's happened.
Okay, I'll start from the top. I took on the alias as expected, no problems. I had to end his life, unfortunately, in a very messy way. I say messy, but it was really just a broken spine. I put his corpse inside of a fridge, and I left him there when I was taken into the custody of the internet telephone company. After that, we went as planned. I played the fool, ran into a large number of difficult scenarios, I would say. Apparently, dear boy had a lot more family and friends in the internet company than we first assumed. So we have some sort of a. Well, I have a description of a lady who we are trying to look into further, but she was very cordial with the man, more than he deserved. I will say that much.
What can you tell me about her?
She was an elderly lady in her 60s, maybe 70s, gray hair, and she seemed to be very familiar with our friend. Something along the lines of inviting him off to skiing trips and other assorted nonsense. She grilled me about our history together. I don't assume that she realized I wasn't who I said I was, but
That's good.
there's always a chance that some of my actions didn't appear to be what she remembered of him. But I did my best to play the grandfather type, and my time spent within the internet phone company was mostly pissing off everyone to draw attention away from our girl.
And did you ever piss that one guy off? Jesus, he shouted at this guy for 15 minutes.
I feel like the fact that Wolfgang had to give up biologically compromising information like a DNA sample, fingerprints, but then also killed the person involved means that there'll be an orgy of evidence around something to do with that person, which would completely distract from your agent's position. Her interview process seemed to go completely as expected with no hitches.
What is the likelihood that Wolfgang, Roth, and this Yoshin Altman get tied together?
Well, my next steps are to take a little bit more drastic measures. This is the internet phone company, after all. I'm going to put myself under the knife, as it were, and change my appearance.
Body sculpting?
Yes.
I understand. Lesser men do need to do such things. He flexes subtly as he says that.
Well, I mean, yes. This is more to protect myself more than it is to
of course. I
gain
understand.
an appreciation
He
for
says,
the human
again,
form.
flexing. It's Sate. He has 10 body, 10 attractiveness, and 10 arrogance.
Yeah, and Wolfgang is the type of person that's just like, yes, I am aware of how attractive you are, Dante.
I know.
I'm trying to remain professional here.
Understood.
I hope you understand that.
Friends, you have done an excellent job. We'll see if there's any blowback over the next few days. Mr. Roth, please prepare any emergency measures needed to evacuate yourself from Redline City in case there's blowback.
Would you happen to know a good sculptor? Someone who can do it quietly?
We do have several people on the payroll, but I understand that there is a doctor in the room.
Oh.
He turns to look at Coltan.
I know a guy too, if it's not to Colton's interest.
What does body sculpting actually require in terms of a role?
Plastic surgery. Oh, just surgery.
Which is replaced by Medtech for me?
Yeah, it's Medtech. Yeah, it's Medtech. Yeah, it's a minor procedure.
Okay.
Can you get new fingerprints with that too?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah.
Sure.
You can change anything in body sculpting.
Cool. I thought that's how it worked, but I couldn't remember.
I mean, the bozos literally have clown feet. So if you, not just shoes that are big, but like feet that are like the size of the clown feet shoes.
You're going to say the man has to match the shoes, you know?
Yeah. And what of the arrangements for removing Gus from Arasaka?
He says, yes. And he pulls a suitcase out. It has For those of you that like money, it has 12,000 in it. For the rest of you, it has 6,000. He hands briefing papers to Coltan and Wolfgang. So again, like, your deal with him is that when this whole thing with internet phone companies done, he'll do what you ask for, but he's giving you the, like, we're preparing to do the operation, right? Like, these are the first steps. We have a good idea of where they're holding your husband, the security procedures behind it, and if we were to get him out, here are 3 ways we would do it.
Okay.
Oh, what about Scan Eagle?
He says, Scan Eagle. Where did you hear that name?
Oh, they kept talking about it inside of
in the internet phone company.
Mm-hmm.
So he presses a button on his office phone and says, Major, find me a specialist. Scan Eagle is an internet phone company out. And you hear someone say, yes, sir. And then he hangs the phone up.
Problem?
No. I think that you've managed to save me a great deal of time.
If it helps, it sounded like Johann's mother was running the operation.
That does help. This is an unexpected boon. And you get the feeling that, like, you're in a debriefing with him, but all of a sudden, like, he doesn't give a shit about you. Like, his brain is working at 10,000 RPMs on something entirely different.
Mm-hmm. Shall we excuse ourselves then?
Gentlemen, I'm afraid I won't need your services again for some time. Of course, feel free to use the resources of this company and your offices as cover or for whatever real work you have to do, but stay in touch, and I hope to have something for you in another 2 to 3 weeks that isn't related to the internet phone company problem. Thank you for your services.
Okay.
So as you're leaving, somebody else comes in wearing a like jungle fatigues and like a jaunty beret. The symbol on the beret is like a skull with 2 rifles crossed in front of it, and like his nationality flag indicates he's from the new Central American Federation. And as he enters the room, the light over Dante's office goes red as the 2 of them begin speaking quietly and quickly.
I like the idea that the initials to this is Nescafe. And their spokesperson is like fucking what's that guy, that actor that does all that shit?
George Clooney?
George Clooney. Yeah. Oh my god. George Clooney is the vice president of Nescafe.
Bishop.
Yes.
There are offices here for you to use in Dante's building, and you can see that the window on your office, like your desktop, is blinking that you have an internal email waiting for you.
Okay. I will.
It's literally the first time that's happened since you joined the company.
I'll go look into this email and.
Okay.
If it's anything like Cyberpunk 2077, it's probably just a spam about getting it.
Spam, yeah. That's right.
You have been infected. I'm a voodoo boy from the net. Remember the last time you went on the net? It's from a man named August Smith. He purports to be the head of building security. The building's spider has picked up chatter indicating that you and keywords August 14th, keyword archery, keyword duel have all been mentioned in net chatter that's been intercepted, and he just wants to know what in particular you're doing at the top of his building on April 14th.
Is it, so it's on this building, is it particularly?
Yes.
Okay. So on Dante's building, or
Yes.
is this just okay? Cool. All right. I didn't realize
The
that
keywords are
was
the Dante's building in particular, which is called vestibule contracting.
Okay. I'll just reply back to them. I'm just settling a personal matter that won't cause any loss or damage to company property or any interference to company staff.
Unless he misses.
Yeah, so he emails you back like literally instantly.
Yep.
And says, you are a orange security clearance, so I will trust you on that. Ensure that your business is wrapped up quickly, Edrunner.
It will be. Dante has got netrunners on staff, doesn't he, as well?
He does. He has a set of 4 netrunners in the building. They're on this floor.
Since he said that we can utilize his resources,
Yep.
is it possible for me to look to use one of them to search more for these 2 outstanding members of
Yes.
Libre?
Now, understand you can't just walk
Libre.
in there and be like, do this for me immediately, right?
No.
They're going to do it. They're netrunners, right? So
Yeah,
they're going to do it on their own time.
I'll put a quarter into their table just to reserve my spot. In the,
Exactly. Yeah. So you get yourself added to the sign-up sheet. You are looking for information on Scarlet Vermilion and Norway Pepperoni?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep, got it.
So you want to do this?
Focus.
You want to do this plastic surgery role there, Drumurboy?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head to your borrowed surgical bay. Tell me first what you envision yourself ending up looking like, Wolfgang Roth.
What's the cost involved with this first? Because I need to get a number on the attractiveness scale. So, also like the idea that I would have a video call with the husband, and he would.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was waiting for you to just show up at
something.
home, having told your husband nothing, and he starts spraying you with like bear mace.
Yeah, on the way to the surgical bay, I'll probably like pick out a magazine and throw it to Wolfgang. Be like, pick.
Okay, so
it's like a play dude.
the surgery will take 2 hours. It will cost you 500 Eurobucks, Coltan, to perform in supplies.
It's not going to cost me 500. It's going to cost
no, it will,
Wolfgang.
because it takes supplies to perform it.
Well, it's gonna.
That's fine.
The cost is going to be forwarded to.
Yes, you're gonna send him an invoice.
And what is how much attractiveness can I gain from this?
I'm still looking it up. I can't find it in the book.
I know it's in there somewhere. It's
I
probably
also
under
know it's
medical
in there
stuff.
somewhere. I thought it was under Bioware, but I don't see it there.
Body sculpting. It's under the trauma team stuff.
Oh,
On page 120. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what page number?
120 to 121. So.
Wow.
Increase attractiveness. Okay, so you may raise appearance 4 points for a cost of 2,400 Eurobucks. Mm-hmm.
Well, body sculpting and change appearance are 2 different things.
Yeah, if you just increase your attractiveness, it doesn't change who you are in the process. There's a separate. That's what when I did it with mine. I had to pay separately to have my appearance changed, and separately for the attractiveness increases.
Yes.
Okay, so I will do the appearance change. I will do the 5,000 Eurobuck one.
Nearly impossible. Okay.
Nearly impossible, and
All
then I will also do 2,400 Eurobucks for the 4 levels of attractiveness.
So what do you end up looking like?
I don't know. I mean,
You end up becoming the start of a Dante Fierro lookalike cult.
what's a good German-looking man? I don't fucking know. Like
David
that's a hard-
Hasselhoff.
Rutger Hauer. Young Rutger Hauer.
Well, so
know.
young
Werner
Rutger Hauer
Herzog.
young Rutger
I
Hauer
know
is
who
like
that-
who's it's based off.
You know who I watched this the other day. This is a good one. The male lead from Breakfast at Tiffany's. I don't know his name though. He's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed looking motherfucker. So that's very German.
The male lead was Audrey Hepburn and George Peppard.
George Hefford, yeah.
Okay.
George Peppard.
Oh, he was Hannibal from A-Team. Okay.
Yeah. He's got that sort of.
Yeah.
Is the increased like attractiveness rating? It obviously increased the difficulty.
I don't think so.
No, it just increases the cost.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to end up needing 7,400. It'll be 7,900 €, because it's still a basic surgery.
That's fine.
It's going to take hours.
That's okay. And does this include changing my fingers?
Yeah.
Okay. How much did you say? 7,900?
7,900. Yep. And he needs to hit a 15 Medtech.
21.
Hey.
Okay.
2, 6.
Now I have a question for you, Wolfgang Roth.
Yes.
Is your new identity your preference or your husband's preference? Hey, I thought it was a good question, guys.
That is a really interesting question. No, I was actually like, Jesus, that's a great question to ask someone. I would say it's like, so Wolfgang grew up as a German. So he has in his mind what the perfect male German boy would be. Right?
That's a dangerous path to walk on. Okay.
Well, I mean, like when you think of like, American heroes, you think of, right? And when you think of German heroes, it's like that. So that's sort of.
When I think of American heroes, David Hasselhoff. German heroes, David Hasselhoff.
So I took my attractiveness from a 4 to an 8, gentlemen. That's not bad. That is not a bad change.
You're no Dante Fierro, but you're Johnny Silverhand.
Yeah.
You're literally Johnny Silverhand. You wake up, you look in the mirror, you look like Johnny Silverhand. Coltan pulled a fast one on you.
Damn it. And you needed...
Your face constantly has the eyebrows of someone who got kicked in the nuts by Johnny Silverhand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like, well, I knew MASH. Let's give him MASH eyebrows.
Yeah.
No, I want plastic surgery to look like Jim's dad. Okay, so what was the other thing, the pheromone stuff? I'm trying to find it on the list here.
It's in Chromebook 1.
That's in Chromebook 1. Okay.
Yep.
How much would that cost me to get? I'll get that while I'm doing this.
It's definitely a negligible surgery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my Chromebook 1 gone.
I've got it.
Right.
Chromebook 1, cyberware.
It's called tailored pheromones from memory.
Yes.
It's quite early in the book. It's like in the first sort of 3 or 4 pages.
Mm-hmm. I will definitely get that.
Are you like buying it off the shelf and then having Coltan install it?
If it's negligible, I can just go to a thing, right? And they'll just do it.
I mean, you still need the
roll or
surgery
something?
that costs €500. But yeah, you can like get it off the shelf. It's
I
like
don't see it in
it's on the shelf.
Chromebook
It's right
1.
next to the Mr. Stud sexual implant.
I got that too.
Do you actually have that?
No, I don't have that.
Okay, because not everyone wants their dick replaced with a cyber dick. Jesse Cox screaming about how his dick is on fire is really funny, though. It's one of the best missions in the game.
I didn't realize it was Jesse Cox that was actually doing that.
Yeah, you should have asked. Yeah.
Should have asked him while I was on the show with him.
Yeah.
Jesse, what was it like screaming that your dick was on fire?
It's
Doesn't feel like a good opener there, Dave.
probably a good way not to get invited back again.
Yeah.
If he's anything like Brian, I think he would appreciate the joke.
Yeah, well, instead I killed him in a dark alleyway and no one ever found his body.
Yeah,
I feel like that was a better choice.
I don't think I have.
So to clarify, I was on a Among Us game with Jesse Cox a couple weeks ago.
I am not seeing it in Chromebook 1. I don't see it in the index either.
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
I don't think I have the book anymore for some reason.
Okay, well, let's handle that between episodes then, because we're coming up on the edge of time. What is everybody else doing? Coltan, what do you do when you're not performing?
After
sexy
surgery, I'm gonna crack open that briefing, see why people want me dead.
Okay. So you specifically asked for the following things. You wanted to know more about loss and wellness, correct? And the people.
I wanted to know why they want me dead. Like why? Well, not why, but like what information they have on me that suddenly makes them want me dead now.
So according to their intelligence operatives, they've come to several conclusions. The one with the highest probability is flagged as what was this woman's name?
Lydia Josiah.
Yeah, Lydia Josiah is currently preparing to run for public office, and like take her father's spot. And at some point quite soon, it'll be announced that he's retiring and she's going to be nominated to take his cabinet position. In the process, he's trying to clean up all of her past things, and she tasked it to one of her flunkies, who decided to clean it up by being as blunt and murderous as possible. Like, the profile on this guy indicates that he has no level of subtlety. Like, this is the analyst doing this job is like, this guy is fucking shit awful at his job. Like, he absolutely shouldn't have it. He's just a murderous thug with no level of subtlety, etc., etc., etc. It goes pretty deep into detail. His name is Alex Kiefer, and he is running this op, as far as they can tell, without her permission. She's probably said something like, clean this up for me, and he's like, all right, time to kill everyone involved. The judge that was involved in the case is dead. Your lawyer and their lawyer is dead, and there's a trail of bodies for all of the paralegals who operated on the case. They're all dead.
Great.
Okay, so I found what we were looking for. Sorry, so I was confusing. So for Tailored Pheromones is a Shadowrun thing. There's two things. There's Nymph Perfume, which is from Chromebook 2, which is a fragrance you can wear that gives you +2 persuasion, seduction against members of the opposite sex or anyone attracted to your sex. And then there is also a piece of an implant called a Forked Tongue from Chromebook 1, which is €350, which gives you +1 on all persuasion and seduction tests.
That's the one that guy had, was the Forked Tongue.
Yeah.
If you want to get that as well.
Okay.
It's not literally a forked tongue. This is what they call it, the implant.
Yep, that's just what it's called.
Yeah.
Because I hate to...
that would be...
I really hate to upset all my forked tongue viewers, but I don't find that particularly attractive. For the same reason that I don't find snakes attractive.
And it has...
Just halved your viewership.
I know.
Humanity cost.
Well, the thing is that snakes and Cinderays are incompatible, and we've known this for years. They're constant battle with each other.
Sorry, what was his name?
Alex Kiefer.
Right.
He doesn't work for a corporation, and he doesn't work for the U.S. government. He's more like an aide to Lydia Josiah. So they don't have any further information on him, you know, like they literally have had like 3 days to find this out, and it's mostly been from catching intel and buying pay data off of people, but they don't have a current position, like location data on him or what his future plans are or anything like that.
Is there enough information that it'll really hinder her chances of becoming anything?
I mean, you'd have to be like, well, here's some illegally stolen documents I have that proclaim that this person's aide is trying to kill me. Like, you could cause a scene with this, sure. I don't want to deny that. It would hinder her chances, like not like let's say she has a 90% chance. You could lower it to like 80%. But definitely it would probably send her into a homicidal rage. You're like, it's okay. She's already got a guy trying to kill me.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Text Network News 54 and let them know about Alex Kiefer's attempts on your life?
No, I might try to get them to find Arcadi for me, though.
Interesting. When you say you need to get somebody to find, you mean Dante's Netrunners? You want to have Dante's Netrunners find them, or...
No, I want to put a target on Arcadi somehow and get them to do the work for me.
You know a fixer.
It's true.
Exactly one. You know one fixer.
Hey, Pascal, how do you feel about sending a public office nominee after an air pirate?
Sounds like a good time to me.
Well, he's not an air pirate anymore. He's he's Raff and Shiv.
Raff and Shiv.
Red
I was going to
Lotus.
say Scruff and Tough.
He's from the Doghouse Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask, Pascal, how much are you offering for that? Are you bringing him dead, or are you bringing him alive, or is it one of those dead or alive things? What are the details of the contract before you roll? I need to know amount, state, end location of the body, preferred method of execution if necessary. You know, like, make sure he knows it was me. Cut his head off.
Are you asking me or Pascal?
I'm asking both of you. I need to know what you're rolling against and how seriously this will be taken. Like, if you feel like 500 euro bucks if you kill this guy, when he eventually dies, someone will be like, oh, this guy, I can get an extra 500 bucks for him. But if you're like 5,000 euro bucks, then suddenly everybody with a rifle slung over their shoulders is going to be like, well, if I see that guy, I'm just going to shoot him in the face. You offer 50,000, now people are hunting him actively.
I mean, I got edges to burn.
Tell me what you want, and
No, Glimo. You have to do Pascal leaning forward slightly, going, tell me what you want. What you really, really want. We have to Spice Girls.
Which girl is your favorite girl in the Spice Girls? Only one answer is correct.
If you want to be my lover, you got to kill all my friends.
And their lovers too.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Well, like, what I want to do is to get this Alex Kiefer dude to think that Arcadi is somehow involved in Lydia's past. So he'll do the work. If he's already got after judges and lawyers, I'm assuming, like, he's going nuclear. He'll do whatever it takes.
Your plan is to set your enemies against each other so that they deal with each other's problems for you.
Yeah. Why not?
I feel like there's a scene from a movie somewhere where they're like, all right, so how do we deal with this problem? They're like, we'll have the second one deal with the first one. And then they're like, well, then how do we deal with the first problem? The second one deals with the first one. First one deals with the second one. And you're like, what happens if one of them wins? And you're like, well, we'll have to find out.
Well, one of the problems is solved then.
Oh my God, this is literally summon bigger fish. Oh my God, that's what you're doing. It's finally happened on one of my shows. You're fucking playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're like, that's right. I've got the summon bigger fish card.
It's true.
Okay.
Hey man, if you made some like well-connected government assassin who's trying to kill everyone in someone's path, and then another guy who's really hard to find that I want dead anyway,
Yeah.
obviously, I got a rifle 4. That's not going to do it on either count.
I'm gonna go Mandalorian. The two of them will be in the middle of a desert on some rocks, and they'll be talking to each other, and I'll be like, our real enemy is Coltan Bonez. And he goes, you know what? You're right. Let me cut you free. We'll go kill Coltan together.
And then one of them steals the thing.
Yeah. Then he shoots the other guy in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Why do I have to be Mr. Pink? Why can't you be Mr. Pink? I want to be Mr. Black.
So
No trading.
However much it costs to like create some false flags to attach this guy to Lydia Josiah's past.
Okay, so you are not just looking to set a contract out for Arkady Kobachier. You're also looking to spread a false trail of information that he is related to you in a way that's more serious than he just tried to kill you as a child one time.
Sure.
Okay.
Like I'm not looking for everyone in the world to kill Arkady. I'm giving Alex Kiefer the breadcrumbs.
Okay. Still, if Glimo wants, or if Pascal wants to put this contract out there, for it to be serious, he has to literally put it out there and also put a bounty on it. So how much are you willing to risk for this to happen?
Let's call half my money, 15K.
Okay. Pascal, 15K, does that sound good?
Yeah.
Arkady Kobachier, Red Lotus, Raffen Shiv. Anything else you want to add to it beyond bring Arkady Kobachier to Redline City for 15,000 euro bucks?
I thought it was that he wanted to set up a false file, like a false.
Yep. Okay, so you're adding that in. It's just going to increase the difficulty of the roll.
That Arkady is connected as opposed to bring him in.
Okay. How do you envision that connection going? What false trail are you laying?
I'll give Pascal like information about the case, the one like what I know about the case.
So I would say then that we need to set up some false information in like LexisNexis or something like that where Arkady was involved somehow, if this is what you want.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to just that, he's your long lost uncle, because that's not going to get this guy's attention.
No, it doesn't even need to be like, it doesn't even need to involve me particularly. He's just on a rampage to scrub her history. So involve him with her. And she's involved with Lawson Wells too, right?
As much as I want to roll for this, I feel like this isn't what Pascal does. Like you either
people who can do this, right? And setting them up is the thing you can do.
Okay.
You're like Pascal's more about procuring information and weapons, right?
Black cyberware. Yep.
Yeah.
But
as a fixer, other fixers who can do this, which is just going to increase the difficulty, but it is something you can do, right? You don't do it yourself. You talk to one of your buddies who does it.
Okay.
Because like as far as this dossier says, this Alex Kiefer dude is not out just like for me specifically. He's out for anyone involved in her history that can make her look bad.
So just to summarize, you are finding a third-party cutout of a fixer. You're putting out a 15K contract on Arkady Kobachier to bring him back to you, and you want that fixer to create a bread trail.
Does Arkady Kobachier need to be in Redline to be dealt with by Alex Kiefer?
No. So are you not actually putting a bounty out on Arkady? Are you instead laying a false trail that says, this is Arkady Kabachier, and because that's totally different.
Yes,
yeah, I'm laying a trail
Okay.
to
So
attach Arkady.
It's going to be considerably
Josiah.
less money, but it's not the same as putting a contract out.
Okay.
Correct.
Well, whatever I'm doing,
Okay.
it's to get him falsely connected with her background, so Kiefer will deal with him.
Okay. All right. I see. Pascal, I'm going to determine how much it costs based on your role, and then you'll decide whether or not you're going to pay for it with Coltan's funds or not.
Okay.
Okay. The base is a 20. Higher numbers, less cost. You'll find out someone who's better and better at it.
No, it's end of the night, so I'll put my 4 luck on it.
You son of a bitch.
Nice.
23.
Okay. It will cost you 5,000 to lay this false bread trail to specifically have someone like Alex Kiefer pick up on it.
You just made a cool 10K.
Is that what you're paying him for that?
I'm still paying the money, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know different.
All right.
Unless Pascal says differently, I'm like, here's 15K, do the thing.
You know, you've saved my butt enough times. I'm not gonna take your money that you don't need. Just, you know, pay my guy the $5,000 and
Okay. Pascal, Jaden, the last honest fixer on the East Coast. Our final scene of the night is a train. The train is somewhere in a dusty, sandy area, zooming along, and we can see that there are nomads in all-terrain vehicle cars. Like, I would say they're like Cheyenne Coyotes, but 50 years earlier. You know, just like bolted on things with people hanging out the back, Mad Max goggles on, dusty, wind flappy things everywhere. As we get closer and closer to the train, we hear like this electronic beat, sounds synthetically pleasing, and then we hear someone go, "Can you feel it? Can you touch it? Get ready, because here we go." As we see the train is passing a sign that says Redline City, 1,000 miles. And the back of the train, in the final car, we enter it and we see that Samurai is performing a concert on the back of the train. That's it. Everybody take 5 IP.
The person in the front row gets kicked in the nuts. And then they hear a soft click.
Listen, if James inserts a landmine in his cup, that to explode outwardly,
Dude,
that would be next level. Now look, let's be clear, there is some backdraft on that would be extremely deadly.
No, I don't get any IP for that street deal I just did.
You do.
Okay.
It literally just happened. I didn't have time to write it down.
No problem.
Give yourself 4 for it, since it's going to be mission critical.
Thank you.
You didn't give me any. Intimidate. Yeah. You didn't give me any shadow track though either.
Did you actually roll Shadow Track?
Mm-hmm.
You did. Give yourself 1 because you critically failed it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do some outros. James, what's going on with you?
You
Unfortunately,
didn't give me. Oh no, I didn't roll human perception. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
unfortunately, it's my fault. We're finishing up a little bit earlier today. I have to drive my kids across Sydney, so I need time to get them off screens and into the car while my wife sleeps for a night shift. So otherwise, yeah, I had a good time tonight. I was happy to sit back and not have to roll dice relating to this current mission. We'll see what blowback comes of it. I'll ask you, by the way, Arthur, to let me know when my archery date comes up. Like, I'm not tracking the days of the week.
Okay, so today is April 12th, and April 14th is in 2 days.
Okay, not August 14th, like you said before.
I said August 14th, but I meant April.
Yeah, April 14th, no worries. In 2 days, all right. Because I've got it all worked out, just waiting for, for that scene. Okay. Cool. Otherwise, catch me back here on Saturday for some Rogue Trader, or next week for some more Cyberpunk. This is my second to last day of actual vacation before I go back to work, but work and me, it's an unusual thing. I can sort of still play games and still be working, so it's all good.
Yeah, I'm the same way. to be honest with you. Just for out of curiosity, is it you need 8 to go from 7 to 8, or do you need 7 to go from 7
It's
to 8?
current rating.
Yeah. You have
Current
to go
times
to
10
from
unless
7 to
there's a
8 is
modifier.
70.
70.
Okay. So then I have enough to take my combat sneak from 7 to 8, which should be my main class skill. So, which puts me up another ranking in terms of like money and all that stuff too, which is, I mean, it kind of makes sense considering I fucking did well on this mission. So I guess that's kind of one way of looking at it. So
Yeah, I still need 35 more IP because I joined the group late.
yeah. So that'll leave me
I could have
with,
opened it if I hadn't just spent 30.
that'll leave me with 15 IP left over then. That's good. So I'll take that down to 0.
Right. Are you done interrupting my outro or still going?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. Sorry.
No. I mean, I was going to be done, but you know, you kind of guessed it after that, you know, so okay, now I'm done.
So now the dialogue sequence starts again. Like,
Go
You
ahead,
accidentally
Dave.
hit
Let's do yours.
a conversation piece that you already heard, so you're just like mashing through the conversation.
C.
I wanted to crouch. Damn you.
I hate that. I hate skipping conversation bars because I was trying to crouch or stop crouching more commonly.
You can change that in the options, but you know, I'm too far in the game now to be fucking around with option menus. So whatever.
Dave, what do you got?
Dave. Okay. Hey.
Yeah, Dave.
What up? Thanks for watching.
You know your name's
thanks
Dave,
for-
right?
Thanks for running. Thanks for playing. All that. It was a good episode today. I normally don't like rolling in this game because you have a 1 in 10% chance of just failing, so I try not to roll as often as I can. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking a lot more attractiveness related skills now that I actually have a pretty decent base score for it. So, yeah.
I mean, there are literally 2 attractiveness based skills. So
Dante have them
And they're
both.
both
They're
personal
totally
grooming
useless.
and wardrobe and style.
Yep.
wardrobe and style.
It was like
And I
holding
have
one
both
hand
of them
behind my
already,
back.
so- Yep, have both of them. But you know, it's one of those weird things where like such a big main focus skill is just like not used ever. So it's kind of like a weird one for sure. But yeah. I wish there was more like base skills that were based on attractiveness, you know, but who knows? But yeah, I mean, like, you know, I'm in the throes right now of putting together a new game, 2 new games actually, Sapphire Safari and Eluder, and both of those games will be hopefully releasing in prototype state on my Patreon sometime this week or next week, probably Friday, but if later, then it'll be next week sometime. And, you know, I'm enlisting the help of dear Drumurboy here to put together a sweet track for the trailer for Sapphire Safari. So if you're into that sort of shit, just follow my Twitter, which is @KinkyFridays, and there's plenty of good stuff there. So thanks for watching.
Okay. Drumurboy.
Yeah, just making tunes, doing the Vacation in Paradise tune. Trying to think up a booby game music alias because I'm not gonna mix my normal music and the porno music that I'm gonna be making. So that's gonna be fun to figure out.
But what if you did mix them together?
I mean, I could, but I don't want to deal. I personally don't care, but I don't want to deal with the potential dramas.
Sorry,
I mean-
I'm making DJ noises, but I don't know what DJ noises really sound like.
Whookaboo!
I don't think you'll have that many problems, to be honest with you. The one thing I'm worried about is like if I link you on the Twitter account, you might get people following you.
A whole bunch of thirsty followers that like that's not the kind of content I usually do. So they're just like,
I mean, you might like there's some really nice people that just happen to be a little bit thirsty on the side. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's it is what it is. I haven't met any harmful people yet, and I've got almost 1,000 people in my Discord, and I haven't met anyone harmful. So,
well, generally stereotypes are pretty false.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're a woman in the industry, though, it's a little different. So,
I wouldn't know. Yeah, but I'm just gonna watch the next episode of The Expanse, play some more Void Bastards, probably try to play Cyberpunk again at the 1.7 update, see if that stops it from breaking for me.
when is that coming out? Does anyone know?
Sometime later this month.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, just be back here next week, playing with some more Cyberpunk.
Speaking of people who play Cyberpunk, Glimo.
Hey, yeah, it was fun tonight. Definitely the last session's plan to spend the money on hashtag really paid off for us.
Yes, it did. Gabe was about to be incredibly fucked. I was like, man, I wonder how long he's gonna extend this out. Like, I didn't realize he was gonna grandstand this guy and just whip his dick out.
Honestly, for that whole thing, it didn't even register to me on a personal level that the runner would be able to help with anything other than what he's already helped with. So that was an interesting role for sure.
Yeah, other than that, next wave of Solaris Knights will be starting in the next week or so look for me on that with my fancy new mech. And otherwise, I'll be back here Wednesday.
Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. That's all I got. We'll be back in a week. Yeah. We'll be back in a week. Try to stay safe, guys. We'll see you then.
Yeah, stay safe,
Bye.
Southern neighbors.
Yeah, I have to drink a whole bunch of water so I don't have a massive hangover tomorrow.